It's time for a Premier League recap for round 12. Just like I predicted, I said round 12 was going to give us some exciting results, and boy, did we get enough of that. I mean, there's a lot to unpack from everything that happened over the weekend. We've got someone wearing a jersey that should not even be allowed at the moment. But yeah, starting with you, Victor, and let's start with the North London derby. Arsenal produced a 4-1 statement win over Tottenham. But the question is, was it a case of Arsenal being so good or Spurs being so bad, especially when you consider that they recorded one of the lowest XGs seen so far this season of any side?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both, if you ask me. I mean, Spurs absolutely looked hopeless, just like how they did against Chelsea. They were unable to deal with Arsenal's threat, and Arsenal, for better or worse, they're a team right now that is clearly on another level to the rest of the division. I still don't believe Spurs are in a position to have their season defined by results like this. And that's mainly because they're the most Mickey Mouse team of the Big Six at the moment. I would say even more so than Man United. So I think they can still, to an extent, afford to lose games like this, like away to the biggest sides in the league, whether it's Arsenal or City or Chelsea or Liverpool. Because their aim should probably not be to challenge for the title or to make the top four even, but rather just get to the Europa League or worst case scenario Conference League and perhaps win a domestic cup.
Right, fair enough for Spurs. And over to you, Max. From struggling to score a goal at the start of the season, Aston Villa have seen an upturn in form, and they recorded yet another win against Leeds, and they now find themselves in 4th place. Do you think they can maintain this momentum?
I mean, I wouldn't say that Aston Villa was doing really bad at the start of the season. They had moments, they had chances to score, but they just couldn't finish. I wouldn't say that their gameplay changed a lot. So honestly, they're just stably playing and looking at the teams. United losing against 10 men, Liverpool losing at home 2 games in a row. Like, if you can just play at a stable level, you can definitely finish above them at the moment. So probably they can finish around top 5, top 6.
We're coming back to my prediction of Villa challenging for the title, aren't we?
Right. Back to you, Victor. Manchester City suffered a shocking loss to Newcastle in another game that Alan failed to score. And now on social media, people are labeling City a one-man side. Do you agree with that notion?
Yeah, totally fair. I mean, Haaland did nothing, bless him, and it showed. Some of the others did pick up the slack, but they were just inefficient. Normally, you had someone like De Bruyne or Rodri stepping up to the plate for them, but now the whole side is getting exposed. Rodri is out, De Bruyne left. Don't get me wrong, Newcastle away, it's not an easy game, but we should have seen more from the likes of Foden and Bernardo Silva, especially. These are 2 of Pep's generals, and they were just not up for it. That plus Haaland doing his disappearing act again, and this is what you get.
Interesting. Back to you, Max. Bournemouth and West Ham played out to a 2-2 draw, and that result means Bournemouth are now without a win in their last 3 games. What do you think has gone wrong for them?
I do remember talking about Aston Villa against Bournemouth game last week, like last match day, when they had the same XG, but they lost 0-4. But this time there was much more funnier because they recorded 4.05 XG, 28 shots, 10 of them on target. I mean, when an opponent's goalkeeper has 9.1 rating, definitely something went wrong, and this something is Areola. So I wouldn't say that Bournemouth again did something wrong. They just couldn't score.
Fair point. And on a final note for this video, Victor, Brighton got the better of Brentford, at the weekend, and they are now 2 points up top 4. I mean, nobody's talking about them right now, but do you think they can silently push for European spots?
Yeah, I think they're finally where they should have been from the start, right? 2 wins and a draw in their last 3 games. They have a halfway decent run of fixtures coming up. They've got Forest, Sunderland, Burnley, and West Ham twice, all in their next 8 fixtures, along with an away day at Anfield, and God only knows how that might turn out. Honestly, if I were Hertzler, I would be extremely disappointed to be out of the top 6 when this sequence ends in early January.
Yeah, fair enough. And anyways, we've still got more Premier League recap to do, and we'll be doing that just in another video. But on that note, we're asking our viewers to tell us what they think about everything that happened from round 12 based on all what we said so far. We'll be waiting to hear from you.